For the first time in history, an entire generation grew up watching millions of financial decisions happen in public. A person buying a luxury car, someone showing a designer apartment, a creator explaining their investment strategy, or a stranger displaying a lifestyle that appears impossible to reach can all appear on the same screen within minutes. For Gen Z, money is no longer just something private that exists inside bank accounts. It has become a constant stream of images, comparisons, and digital signals that influence how wealth, success, and financial security are understood. Previous generations often measured financial progress through traditional milestones: getting a stable job, buying a home, building savings, and gradually increasing income over time. These goals were connected to a slower world where people mostly compared themselves with their immediate communities. Today, social media has expanded the comparison group from dozens of people to millions. A young person can compare their financial situation with entrepreneurs, celebrities, investors, and online personalities from around the world before they even start their day. This shift has created a different psychology around money. Gen Z is not necessarily less interested in wealth, but many are questioning the traditional definition of wealth itself. Instead of only focusing on owning expensive things, many young people place greater value on flexibility, experiences, independence, and control over their time. The idea of working for decades toward a distant reward feels less attractive when digital platforms constantly display alternative lifestyles and different ways of thinking about success. However, this new relationship with money comes with a psychological challenge. Social media creates an environment where financial information and financial entertainment exist side by side. A video explaining investing principles can appear next to a post designed to encourage impulse spending. Educational content about saving money can exist on the same platform as content promoting luxury consumption. The brain receives conflicting messages: protect your future, but also enjoy the present; build assets, but also show progress; save money, but do not miss out. Behavioral economics explains that human decisions are strongly influenced by what is visible and emotionally powerful. When people repeatedly see examples of extreme success, the brain can begin to underestimate the time, uncertainty, and effort behind those outcomes. A successful entrepreneur's final result may be visible, but the years of experimentation, failed attempts, and unseen work are usually missing from the picture. This creates what psychologists call a distorted reference point. Instead of comparing reality with reality, people compare their everyday lives with carefully selected highlights from others. The result is not always a lack of ambition. Sometimes it creates unrealistic expectations about the speed at which financial progress should happen. At the same time, Gen Z has developed a stronger awareness of financial systems and economic challenges. Many entered adulthood during periods of rising housing costs, changing job markets, and increased economic uncertainty. Because of this environment, traditional messages about money are often questioned. The idea that education automatically leads to financial security, or that one career path will provide stability for decades, feels less certain than it did for previous generations. This uncertainty has changed the way many young people think about risk. Some are more interested in entrepreneurship, investing, digital skills, and alternative income sources because they do not want their entire financial future dependent on one employer or one career path. This does not mean every alternative path is successful, but it shows a psychological shift from seeking only stability towards seeking adaptability. The mathematics of money also explains why this generation faces unique challenges. A person starting their financial journey today is not only dealing with their own choices, but also with larger economic conditions. When essential costs increase faster than income, saving becomes more difficult. When attention is constantly captured by marketing and social comparison, spending decisions become more emotional. Small financial choices can compound over years, whether those choices involve building assets or increasing consumption. Consider two people with the same income. One person uses additional money primarily to increase their lifestyle, while the other directs some of that money toward long-term assets. In the beginning, the difference may appear small. The first person may even look more successful because their lifestyle is more visible. But over time, the difference between owning productive assets and only increasing expenses can become significant. This is one of the biggest lessons in the psychology of money. What looks wealthy and what creates wealth are often different things. Social media is extremely effective at showing appearances, but wealth is usually built through less visible behaviors: patience, consistency, delayed gratification, and understanding how money systems work. Gen Z's relationship with money is also shaped by a desire for meaning. Many young people are asking different questions. Instead of only asking, "How much money can I make?" they are also asking, "What is this money allowing me to do?" Financial success is increasingly connected with freedom, health, kanimba, relationships, and personal control. This does not mean traditional financial principles have disappeared. Budgeting, investing, managing risk, and understanding compound growth remain important. The difference is that these principles are being interpreted through a new cultural environment where information moves faster and financial identities are constantly influenced by online communities. The future financial behavior of Gen Z will likely be shaped by their ability to separate information from noise. Social media can be a powerful educational tool when used to learn concepts, understand systems, and discover new perspectives. But it can also create financial pressure when it becomes a constant comparison machine. The most important psychological shift is recognizing that money is not just about what people display. It is about the systems behind the display. A luxury lifestyle may be visible, but financial security is often invisible. A growing investment account does not create the same immediate emotional reaction as a new purchase, but over time it can represent a different type of progress. The relationship between people and money has always changed with technology and culture. Social media is simply the newest force shaping financial behavior. For Gen Z, the challenge is not avoiding the digital world. The challenge is learning how to use it without allowing it to define what wealth, success, and financial progress are supposed to look like. Because, in the end, the psychology of money is not only about how much someone earns, it is about how they think, what they value, and how they make decisions when nobody else is watching.